YouTube. And we are live. Let's go ahead and run that bumper video. Here we go. Rock and roll. YouTube. And we are live. Let's go ahead and run that bumper video. Here we go. Rock and roll. YouTube.
What's up, CADA campers? My name is Colin Culver. I go to Courtsville High School, which is down in the Antelope Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster area, and I'm also currently serving as your CASL State President. A fun fact about me is that I am a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo, so if there's any other martial artists out there, I'd love to meet you, have a conversation with you, anything like that. And one thing that I'm hoping to get out of this experience is honestly just connections. Although a lot of us are kind of hoping that this is the last fully virtual event we're going to have to do, at least like on a large scale, this is definitely one of the best ways to make connections that can last that entire school year, and that's honestly what I want to get out of this. I'm excited to see the curriculum and the trainings, and also just building those bonds that will last throughout this entire next school year. I'll see you all next week, and can't wait to get started.
Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Franco and I'm an upcoming senior at Cotuche City High School, and this year I currently serve as a Southern Director on the CASL State Board. And one thing I'm really looking forward to this year for CADA Camp is one, being able to experience it for the first time, and two, being able to interact with so many new delegates and really have a feel for what this next coming school year is going to look like. All right, a fun fact about myself is that I am incredibly flexible, and I've been able to do the splits since I was 60 years old.
Hello CADA campers, my name is Javier Zua and I go to Lincoln High School, which is in Stockton, California. One hope that I have for this conference is that I can just get connections from everyone. You know, many may say that, you know, this is the best time to get connections, although we do, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is our last virtual conference. So my hope is, you know, we could just make more connections, and we could also carry those on to the in-person conferences. And something interesting about me is I love Stitch. You know, I have a Stitch shirt on and I have some Stitch plushies around my shirt. So if you love Stitch, you know, it's one thing we'll have in common.
Hey there, my name is Isha Chander. I'm a Northern Director on the CASL State Board, and I'm from San Jose, California, and I am so excited to be here at CADA Camp. I'm really looking forward to sharing ideas with delegates from all over California, and one thing that I'd love for other student leaders to know about me is that my favorite holiday is Arbor Day.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm a senior at Valencia High School in Santa Clarita, and I hope that from this camp I can learn some things to make my senior year really great for all of our students and staff. And then one fun fact about me is that I have a twin brother.
Hi everyone, my name is Callum Vines. I'm currently the ASU president at San Marcos High School down in San Diego, California. One thing I want to learn from this experience in this CADA camp is some techniques as ASU president, what I can use as like some skills to create an environment of change and creativity in my campus, both internally in my AAC program, but also externally on our campus. How can we have great discussions and new, innovative, fun activities to really unite our campus? One thing you can learn about me is that I've been doing ASB student leadership since 4th grade. Thank you.
Hello CADA Camp! My name is Gabriela Torres and I currently serve as a Southern Regional Director on the CASL State Board. I go to Ruben S. Ayala High School, which is down in San Bernardino in Southern California, and I'm so excited to be here. I really wish to be able to network and meet so many amazing people who have the same passion as I do about leadership, and just being able to strengthen that through workshops. And a fun fact about me is that I have a TMJ problem where whenever I open my jaw sometimes too wide, then it locks and I have to like readjust it to make it go back in place. So it's kind of weird, but I'm so excited to be able to meet everyone, and I hope we all have an amazing time.
Hi, my name is Biljana Kostadinova. I'm a Southern Freshman Director on this year's CASL State Board. I go to El Camino Real Charter High School in Los Angeles. I was born in Bulgaria, a small European country, and I moved to the US when I was 7. One thing I really hope to get out of this leadership experience is just learning from other people's perspectives and connecting with delegates. I also hope that I can bring back more enthusiasm, energy, and inclusivity back onto my campus. And one thing I want everyone to know about me is that I hoard stationery, like I really hoard stationery, and I also love medical dramas, so if you have recommendations, please let me know. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time. Can't wait to see you.
Hi everyone, my name is Diane Kim, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm currently the CASL State Board Outreach Director, and I'm so happy to be with y'all here at CADA Camp this week, even if it's virtual. I currently attend St. Francis High School in Sacramento, California, NorCal represent Area A, and I am so excited, and one thing I really want to take back from this camp is how to bring back that school spirit and togetherness and unity when we go back in person and transition in the fall. And then one thing that y'all should know about me, oh my gosh, okay, a fun fact is that I really love Taylor Swift and I love baking even though I'm not the best at it. And also, you should join the Cal State Board Ambassadors Program if you haven't already. Go to calsport.com and go to the Ambassadors Program and sign up and we can chat more. Sending much love and see you all soon. Bye!
Hi everyone, my name is Anna Han and I serve as a media director on the CASL State Board, and I go to Duncan Polytechnical High School in Fresno, and I'm so excited to make connections with all of you and to learn new things to take back to my campus. And a fun fact about me is I have a cat named Apricot and I love him so much, but this is my second year at CADA Camp and I can't wait to meet all of you. Sending lots of love. Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is Shreya Hariharan and I am currently an incoming 8th grader at Rio Norte Junior High. This is my second year at CADA Camp and I am super excited to meet all of the new CADA campers. One fun fact about me is that I am an INFJ, which is one of the 16 types in the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI for short. Looking forward to seeing everyone at CADA and I will see you on Monday. Bye!
Hi. My name is Ryan Olson. I live in Calamasa and I'm going to Summerlin Trails School as an incoming 7th grader. I really like reading and I'm very excited to meet everyone at CADA Camp.
Hi there, I'm Trinity, and I go to Castaic Middle School. One thing I would like to gain from this leadership program is learning more ways to get my classmates more involved in school activities. One fun fact about me is that I have 2 furry friends that live in my house.
Hello, my name is Ryan Anderson. I live in Sacramento, California, and I go to Arden Middle School. I'm going into the 7th grade and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody at this virtual camp.
Hi, my name is Karen Suarez. I go to Castaic Middle School and I live in Castaic, and something I hope to get out of this program is how to learn to be a good leader and set an example for others, and I'm excited to see how this is all going to turn out.
Hi guys, my name is Griffin Powell. I go to Arden Middle School and I live in Sacramento, California. Well, what I hope to gain from this student leadership experience is bondness, working, and having fun. My hobbies is building Legos and learning history. So, yeah, that's something I want to share with you guys. Have a great day. Have a wonderful year.
Hi, my name is Juliana Lang. I go to Union Middle School, which is in San Jose, California, and that's also my hometown. One thing I want to get out of this camp is learning how to be a better student leader in my school and my community.
Hi, my name is Madeline Landon. You guys can call me Maddie. My school, I'm going to go to Summerlin Trails as a 7th grader. My hometown is Banning, California. One thing I can gain from the student leadership experience is communication, public speaking, I'm a really shy person, and leadership skills. How to become a leader and set an example for others. One fun fact about me is that I'm the youngest out of 6 siblings. So yeah, well, bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Saran Krishna, an ASB Senator from Hill Charter Academy in Los Angeles. That's also my hometown. And an interesting fact about me is that I love playing baseball. What I want to get from this leadership experience is what the principles of leadership are and how leaders think and act. I can't wait to meet you all. Bye.
Hi campers, my name is Ava Commandatori and I'm going into 7th grade at Arden Middle. My hometown is Sacramento and I hope to get the ability to plan dances and rallies and fun events out of this camp. Some interesting things about me is I love soccer and I have a pet snake.
Hello, my name is Tiara. I am going into 7th grade at Arden Middle School. My hometown is Sacramento. Something I want to do in student leadership is I want to do canned food drives for schools in need, and a cool fact about me is I like to do tennis.
Hello, my name is Hannah and I go to Castaic Middle School. I am an incoming 8th grader and my hometown is Castaic. I hope to get from CADA Camp is that I can help my school and plan to be a better leader. And one thing I'd love for student leaders to know is that I do have a twin brother and I'm so excited to see you guys on Monday. So see you guys. Bye.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I go to Hale Charter Academy. My hometown is Los Angeles, and something I hope to get from the student leadership experience is how to be a better leader. I am really excited for CADA Camp, and I can't wait to meet all of you.
Hi, my name is Kylie Zavara, and I go to Hale Charter Academy in Los Angeles. During CADA Camp, I hope to learn new leadership techniques and better ways to communicate with my classmates.
Hi, my name is Morgan George. I live in Sacramento, California. I'm going into 8th grade at Arden Middle School. I'm hoping to learn how to be a good leader and a good example to others at my school. A fun fact about me is that I am on a swim team. See you soon!
Hi, my name is Danica Waldron. I am going to be an incoming 7th grader at Castaic Middle School. And one of the things I hope to learn at camp is to find ways to make my school a better place and also to put more smiles on the faces of students and staff. Fun fact about me is my dog has webbed feet.
Hi, my name is Mapala Katola and I'm going to be an 8th grader this upcoming school year at Arden Middle School in my hometown of Sacramento, California. Going into this camp, I hope to gain a lot of experience and knowledge that I can take into my school. One thing I'd love for you all to know about me is that I love SZA. I love her music and I love her as a person. Can't wait to see you on Monday.
Hi, my name is Isabella Brenes, and I'm currently going to Arden Middle School. This upcoming year, I'll be in 7th grade. My school is in Sacramento, which also happens to be my hometown. One thing that I hope to get out of this leadership experience this upcoming week is new communication skills with students and staff at my school. One fun fact about me that I think other leaders should know is that I've been playing soccer since I was 4. And that has been 8 years from now. I'm excited to see you all on Monday at CADA Camp.
Hi, my name is Cindy Vitale. I am from Sacramento, California. I'm going to be an incoming 7th grader at Arden Middle School, and I'm super excited for CADA Camp this year. I'm really excited to make new connections and to learn more about leadership and becoming a better leader. A fun fact about me is that I love animals. I'll see you guys at CADA Camp. Bye.
Hi, my name is Brian Sato, and I'm going into 7th grade at Arden Middle School in Sacramento, California. I wanted to be in leadership because I want to show my art spirit and Panther pride. I enjoy being part of the lunchtime activities, rallies, and the Spirit Squad. My hobbies are swimming for the Donori Dolphins and running for art and cross country. I can't wait to go to CASL camp because I want to learn new ideas, meet new people, and learn what it takes to be a leader. I can't wait to see you soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Alvarado. I'm from Gilroy, California, and the school I attend is GECA, aka Gilroy Early College Academy. As class of 2023 president, I decided to enroll into the CADA program because I wanted to learn how to become the best leader I can be for my school. Thank you.
Good afternoon, CADA campers. How are we doing? Good to see you all.
Welcome back to our morning crew, and welcome. We got some new friends joining us. If you're just joining us for the first time for this lovely virtual CADA camp, throw a where you're from in the chat. We want to know where you're from because we got some new friends coming online to partake.
For those of you just joining us, I'm Melissa and this is Speed, and we're going to be your camp directors this week. We're excited to guide you through afternoons of fun and learning.
Super excited. We got a couple of announcements for you guys, and then we have a speaker that's really going to blow your minds, blow you away. We're super excited for everything to come for the rest of the day. I am going to share my screen for our new friends just to kind of show you guys the app and a couple of features so that you know how to navigate camp and that you're able to get the best out of it. Boom, boom. All right, you guys, so this is our CADA Camps app. In this app, you'll find all the different sessions that we have, as well as links to the different Zoom things that are going on today. If you guys take a look at the schedule, where I am, you can see all the things that are coming up. So for our next couple of sessions, we're going to be right here on YouTube Live, so you are in the right space. We have a keynote today, we have a lesson coming up, and then we have some closing remarks, and then we're going to go into workshops. You can access all these things in the app, and you can access the app at cada1.org/camp. It'll take you straight to the app, and you'll be able to log in so that you can see all of this. And I do have a special announcement for you. If you see these lovely shirts that some of your different council leaders are wearing and some of our different staff members are wearing, you can get drip just like this. And the way that you do it is you go into the app. Under event resources, there's a camp store where you can purchase these shirts for $20, and then you can also purchase camp socks as well if you want another pair of socks so that you can rep. So that's the app. Check it out. It'll help you out.
Just checking in on where some of us are from. I'm looking in the chat. We've got Sacramento, we've got Moreno Valley, San Jose, Los Angeles, Illinois. Let's see, Riverside, Quartz Hill, Arden Middle School. We saw a bunch of Arden Middle School in our warm-up video. Santa Clarita, also, what do we got? Canyon Country, Chicago, Castaic. So it's in the chat. What school are you from? Tell us your school.
So as you guys are navigating camp, while we wait for some of those to roll in, one big thing that I want to share with you guys is you're going to want to go to all the sessions that we have as camp goes on. Just like classes, or if we were in person, you want to make sure that you turn on your cameras for our workshop sessions later today and make sure that you're fully clothed. We don't want to see anybody out there without a shirt on. Just because you're at home, you can't be, comfortable like that. All the regular things that we had to deal with when we were in school. Sorry, you got to wear a shirt, but that's how it goes.
I'm seeing Union Middle School, Westmore High School, Patriot High School, Sierra Pacific High School. Let's see, Quartz Hill, Hinsdale, Knight High, Arden Middle School. I said that one. San Leandro High. Thanks for sharing, guys. Rio Norte Junior High in the house.
We got some peeps from Madera. Okay, Madtown, I see you. Area C represent.
Christian Brothers High School, Beaumont High School. Guys, look at this. All over.
Patriot.
So exciting. Great to have you all here. So just one thing, like we only have limited time together in the afternoon, so really make sure you're coming on time and that you're ready to go. When we get to actual workshops, you want to be there right on time. It's that quick transition when we get done with all the YouTube Live, you'll go to an actual Zoom room. And so just being quick and getting there and sharing your face and those times where you can is super important.
So we are on social medias. Make sure that you guys follow at CADA Camps. If you're not following us on Instagram, we're on Twitter. So yeah, make sure that you follow us and use the hashtag CADA Camps, tag us in things, and you'll see some of the things that you post get reposted on our story. we want to be able to connect with you in the social media realm as well.
And so far, you guys are doing an awesome job in the chat. Just want to make sure we always keep our chat appropriate and we use it in a positive and productive way. So thank you for responding and sharing where you're from. And then also just make sure that you are using your first and last name when you sign on, or at least first and last initial. All those kind of things, kind of just like school, but you know, we're moving into camp mode. And then just get everything you can out of this. So you should have hopefully gotten a workbook from your advisor. If you didn't get a workbook, get a piece of paper out, because there's going to be some wisdom coming at you real quick and you're going to want to write it down. And there's lots of room in here to do that, but also paper or just a Google Doc are great too.
All right, so we got 2 people joining us from Council 4. If you're from Council 4, throw some love for your council in the chat. Please welcome Kellen Bynes and Michaela Rydell.
Hello and welcome to the 2021 CADA Camp Leadership Renovation Awards. I'm your co-host, Kellen Bynes, and I'm the ASB president and incoming senior at San Marcos High School down in San Diego, California.
And I'm your other co-host, Michaela Riedel. I am also ASB president at my high school, Martin Luther King High School in Riverside, California, and I'm proud to be council number 4.
So we're about to announce our keynote speaker. This individual is an American author, a mindset development coach, and a professional dancer.
This individual hosts seminars and workshops while also speaking for organizations, increasing their mindset for better success personally and professionally.
This individual's organization's mission is to shift at least 1 million lives by 2025 and reduce the rates of depression, anxiety, divorce, bullying, suicide, addiction, and teen dropouts.
This individual empowers others by increasing their knowledge and wisdom towards their goals.
So now that you're all aware of their background, it's time to finally announce who this individual is.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
The results are in.
Today's keynote speaker is Kenneth Allen Thomas.
What's going on, CADA family? What is going on? How is everyone doing on this Monday? Let's go, let's go, let's go, leaders, future leaders. Let's make it happen. Are we ready to learn? If we're ready to learn, I need you guys to put some ones in the comments. Put some ones in the comments if you guys are ready to learn. Let's go. Listen, that was an awesome introduction. Thank you so much, Michaela and Kellen, for bringing me on. Listen, guys, I'm super excited to be with you all the way from New Jersey. That's right. I'm on the other side of the country tonight. Right now it's about 6:08 Eastern Standard Time for me. Okay. Normally this is around my dinner time, but for you guys, I made some time just to drop some nuggets, kick it with you guys just a little bit to make sure that you guys get the knowledge and the tools and the strategies that you guys need in order to get to the next level in your life. All right. So who is ready? If we are ready, I need you guys to put ready in the comments. Put ready in the comments if you guys are ready to receive. Here we go. All right. So just like our beautiful host ended up saying, I am an American author. I've written 3 books. My latest book just came out, which is Remove Yourself to Improve Yourself, Discovering the Greatness Within. So that just came out just a couple of months ago. And I'll link up with the CADA team and everything on how you guys can go ahead and get that book, you know, at the end of our session and everything later today. But I am also a father. I am a father. I know I don't look like a father, but I am a father, a husband. I have 4 children. My oldest is 17. Guys, I have a senior now. I have a senior now, okay? My oldest daughter is 17. She's driving, she's working, and she is now about to graduate high school in 2022. Class of 2022 is here. I also have my oldest son is Caleb. He is 12 years old. And then after that, we have JJ, who is 7 years old. He's the athlete of the family, okay? And then we have the superstar, the rock star of our family. That is baby Christian, okay? Christian is super special because Christian was born with Down syndrome, and he is also a cancer survivor. Yes, he is a cancer survivor. And just a little bit about me. I am a dancer by trade. I was dancing for about 18, 19 years, just recently retired from the dance industry. I still dance with Christian and my family, every day just to keep the blood flowing and making sure I still exercise. But I am a dancer by trade. I started dancing way back in the early 2000s professionally, and now 37 years old, and here to teach you guys about leadership and give you guys the tools that you guys need to go to get to the next level. All right. So that being said, just a little bit about Christian and how I got to being a professional speaker, motivational speaker, author, and things of that nature. About 3 years ago, this time right now, 3 years ago, my family and I, we were in the most challenging time of our life, okay? And many leaders understand that you're gonna have some challenging times. You're gonna have some challenging moments, okay? But I'm being honest with you, okay? I did not know, too much. I knew a little bit about leadership, but I didn't know that I was actually operating in leadership, okay? I always thought that my gift was dance. That's what I thought my gift was. But 3 years ago, we get the message that my son Christian, at the time he was only 14 months, he was developing some crazy fevers. He was actually born with a rare blood disorder, and that blood disorder led to him having leukemia. And when he ended up having leukemia, we actually ended up staying in the hospital for 32 days straight, which was crazy. The day that my kids got out of school, I said, you know what? Let's go to Dave & Buster's, babe. We got to take Christian over to CHOP in Philadelphia here, get some blood work done, because we were used to getting blood work done. That was kind of like our new normal in a sense, because the doctors were always monitoring his blood levels because he was born with a very low platelets. So at this time, we're thinking that we're going to go in there, 45 minutes, cool, get the blood results, everything is gravy. But one day, everything wasn't gravy. Everything wasn't okay. So Christian had to be admitted into the hospital, and the doctors came in and told us that he had developed AMKL, which is leukemia. Now, leaders and future leaders, you're faced with challenges in life. You're faced with adversity in life. You're faced with major, major decisions in life, okay? First thing that I did was I removed myself from the room. Why did I remove myself from the room? I removed myself from the room because, number one, okay, I'm a firm believer in self-care. I'm a firm believer in analyzing the situation. Real leaders know how to analyze the situation and not react on emotion. You may want to write that one down. Real leaders understand how to analyze a situation and not react on emotion, because the people that you're leading, okay, they're going to follow exactly how you're leading them. So if you're going to act emotional, then they're going to act emotional, okay? So during this time, I said, you know what? Okay, let me go out. Let me be with myself for a little bit. Okay, get my mind right, get my head space together. I go back in the room and I tell my family, okay, guys, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Number one, we're gonna set the atmosphere. Everybody write that down. Set the atmosphere. Okay, set the atmosphere. Second thing that we're gonna do is we're going to have, a positive mindset no matter what. I don't care if you're a nurse, a doctor, a tech. I don't care if you're a spider, whatever it is, you're going to make sure that you have a positive attitude when you come into the room. Okay. It's vital. It's vital. And for my son, he needed all the positive energy that he could get. Okay. So I was running a dance studio called the Level Dance Complex at the time. Okay. That's going to be key in our talk. Level Dance Complex. All right. So at the time I had to actually shut down my dance studio and tend to my family. Had to shut everything down. I was open 6 days a week. I ended up dropping it down to 2 days a week and leaving everything, beside me. I said, you know what? I can't, focus on running the dance studio right now because my son's life is at stake. Okay. Real leaders know how to make the tough decisions, and the tough decisions that's going to benefit everybody in the situation. Okay. So we got to be mindful of that. We got to be aware of that. So at that time, I said, you know what? Shutting it down. 7 days into his treatment, I ended up saying, you know what, let me go ahead and do something with Christian. The reason why is because they used to bring in these therapists that brought in musical therapy in the hospital. And guys, listen, I'm a hip hop dude, okay? I love hip hop. I'm a hip hop guy. I grew up on hip hop. I'm a hip hop dance instructor and choreographer. So when the team came in with some ukuleles, that just wasn't really like cutting it for me. So they came with the ukulele. I said, you know what, guys, listen, no disrespect, but I'm gonna have to remove you guys from this operation right now. I told my wife, I said, babe, go ahead and drop on some James Brown and let's get busy, let's get funky, and let's get down, all right? So I start dancing for Christian. As I'm dancing for Christian, here he is 14 months into his life, and he finally was able to sit up when doctors said that he was gonna be weak. He was finally able to actually move a little bit when doctors said that he was going to be tired. He didn't miss a meal. He didn't miss a nap. He didn't miss anything. His regular stuff kept going, even with the chemotherapy going. But when the music hit, when I started dancing for him, that's when he started to turn up even more. And as we're recording this thing, so many people across the world got so inspired. We actually ended up going viral as we made it, our daily ritual to go ahead and we dance every single day. That was his exercise. That was the motivation that he needed in order to get to the next level, right? And as we're doing that, we started getting so many requests and so much attention that one video that we did was the song Level Up by Sierra. Now in the chat, let me know if you guys know the song Level Up by Sierra. Level up, level up, level up, level up. It came out a couple summers ago, okay? And when we did that song, the same day it came out was the same day that Christian was released from the hospital for his first round of treatment, which was, a celebration dance of anything. As we did that, we posted it on Instagram, and at the time I only had maybe a couple thousand followers. And within 1 hour, guys, within 1 hour, we had 20,000 views. By the time I got home, it was at 80,000 views. By the time I got to sleep that night, it was at 200,000 views. By the time I woke up in the morning, it was at 800,000 views. By the time I got to my studio to go train a little bit the next day, it was at 1 million views on Instagram. Crazy. Now, the people are calling me. I get hit up from the NBC News, the BBC News, the Italian News, the Canadian News, the Australian News. People from all over the world want to know about the dancing dad and his baby. And I'm like, who's the dancing dad? They're like, you're the dancing dad. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm the dancing dad now. So as I'm doing this, people started to fall in love, not with the fact that I was dancing for my son, but the leadership that was displayed. I said, not because I was just dancing for my son, but the leadership that was displayed. Here we are, 3 years later, and now we're running courses. We're doing things for so many different people, across the world, helping them change the mindset. People ask me all the time, Kenny, how did you do it? I say, guys, listen, it's a mindset shift. It's a mindset shift, okay? Has anybody ever felt, like the world was on your shoulders? If that's you, if you've ever felt like the world was on your shoulders, I need you to put yes in the comments. If you felt like the world was on your shoulders, put yes in the comments. And let me tell you something. If you ever felt like the world was on your shoulders, I need you to stop for a second. Just hold on. Teachers, students, administration, I need you to just hold on for a second. If you ever felt like the world is on your shoulders, chill out. You were never meant to carry the world. You were designed to walk in it. So walk in your greatness. You hear me? Listen, I said walk in your greatness, okay? You were never designed to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You were only designed to walk in it. So you need to start walking in your greatness, all right? If we're feeling this thing, you guys need to let me know in the comments if we are feeling this thing. Here we go. I need you guys to write this down. Listen, get in the zone and stay there, all right? Put that in the chat. Get in the zone. I need you to put zone. Put zone in the chat. Get in the zone and stay there, okay? This is where I started to find my gift. This is where I started to find everything. I did not know that leadership was my true gift. I didn't know that. And here's why. I didn't know that I was actually training in my gift since I was a little kid. Yeah. See, when I was 5 years old, my mom, she taught me how to make my first batch of eggs when I was 5 years old. Now that I know how to make eggs, she said, Kenny, make some for your little sister. Okay, mom. And then she says, okay, Kenny, now I'm 6 years old. Now I started making my first batch of pancakes and French toast. Kenny, make your sister some breakfast. Make her, French toast, pancakes, whatever she want, and some eggs. All right, cool, mom, I got you. Mom, can I go out to play? Can I go to my friend Charles's house and play some basketball? Sure. Take your sister with you. Listen, what am I getting at? Your gift is already operating right here, right now. The gift of leadership is already operating right here, right now. And now is the time to strengthen your gift, okay? See, we can all have a certain talent or a gift of something, but if it's not cultivated, if it's not strengthened, if it's not worked out, then it'll never be anything. You'll never, go to your maximum potential. You'll never max out to your fullest potential at all. So right now, guys, we are training for reigning. I need y'all to put that in the comments. We're training for reigning. All right, we're training for reigning. Leaders, we're training for reigning. So as we strengthen this gift, kind of like LeBron James is gifted at playing basketball. We know that he could put the ball in the net. We know that he can, jump out the gym. But if he doesn't train his body, if he doesn't train and work his craft, then that gift right there will never maximize to its fullest potential ever, right? Leaders, real leaders, understand this one principle is maximize your fullest potential and then teach others how to do the same thing. And then that person will then teach the next person how to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. If this is good, guys, if this is good, I need you guys to let me know if this is good in the comments, all right? So how do we know, right? How do we, define our strength? How do we define our strength? As I'm in the hospital with my son, I noticed that it's not the dancing on why people are coming to me. Yeah, dancing is attractive, but they're staying here for the leadership. Because now we're at over 105,000 followers on Instagram, over 93,000 or something like that on TikTok, right? They're staying for the leadership. How does this man lead his family to success? How does this man lead his team of the shift makers to success? How does he shift the world, right? How does he help them change the mindset? I teach you how to strengthen and identify what that thing is. See, talents and gifts are two different things, okay? Talents and gifts are two different things. Here's what I understood very, very early in the game. Either I'm going to operate on a fixed mindset, I'm going to operate on a growth mindset, okay? What's the difference? What's the difference? The difference is that people with a fixed mindset, they don't embrace challenges, right? They avoid the challenges. They always feel that they have to prove something to someone. Oh, I have to do this and I have to do that. And I have to do this and I have to do that. And then they quit. They give up at a certain point. See, they're not patient enough. And when I say patient, if we go to the Hebrew, right, in the original language, we go to Hebrew, patience is long-spirited, right? Do you have a long spirit or a short spirit? Which spirit do you have, right? So you have to be patient, okay? So as I'm learning this, I'm like, I don't have a fixed mindset. I got a growth mindset. What's the difference with people with a growth mindset? Well, people with a growth mindset are looking to learn more. They're looking to feed their mind more, right? Why? Because they want to supply more information to the people that they care about. They want to supply more information to the world. They want to put the world on notice. Listen, guys, listen, I got this information and I affirmed it to be true. So let me teach you what it is if you really want it, okay? And then they also write this down. They also take criticism and grow from the criticism. People with the growth mindset understand how to take constructive criticism and grow from it. They want more. They want to be criticized more, right? They want to be criticized more. And then here's the kicker. They ask this question, right? They ask this question. What am I doing well? Write that down. What am I doing well, right? What am I doing well? Okay. They don't ask, what am I doing right? They ask, what am I doing well, right? What am I doing well? Why do they ask, what am I doing well? They ask, what am I doing well, so that they can strengthen that one thing, okay? Real leaders understand this one principle. Focus on one thing at a time. If you focus on one thing at a time, you're going to maximize your success. You're going to maximize where you need to go in life, okay? So you got to learn how to focus that, all right? So what am I doing well? Not what am I doing right? What am I doing well? Everybody got that? If you got that, put yes in the comments. Put yes in the comments if you guys got that. So check this out, okay? Here's three questions that you guys gotta ask yourselves, okay? Number one, knowing your purpose in life. Do you know your purpose in life? Okay? Do you know your purpose in life? Number two, growing to your maximum. Are you growing to your maximum potential? And then number three, are you sowing seeds that benefit others? So ask yourself those three questions. I'm gonna repeat them one more time for you, okay? knowing your purpose in life, okay? Do you know your purpose in life? All right. Are you growing to your maximum potential? Okay. And then number 3, are you sowing seeds that benefit others? Okay. Now, if you say no to one of those things, then that's what you have to focus on. If you say no to one of those things, that's what you got to focus on. If you sit there and say like, okay, well, I'm not growing in my maximum potential. So that's an area where you have to strengthen. Okay. As you guys go into this school year, okay, let me drop some game on y'all. Okay. As you go into this school year, this is both for students and teachers. Okay. This is what I want y'all to understand. This is teamwork. Okay. This is teamwork. This is going to take some teamwork here. Okay. Students, to the teachers, students, you guys are following your teachers, okay? Teachers, you guys are teaching the students. Why? Because they are the future leaders. See how that works hand in hand, okay? So teachers and students are both working, collectively together, okay? It's basically like, okay, I used to work at ShopRite, okay? And when I worked at ShopRite, there was a manager there. Okay. And I'm working to be a manager. So I'm working under the manager, and the manager is teaching me the ins and outs of his position, right? Of his position. Not only that, you're teaching me what exactly do I have to do? Where do I have to go? What moves do I have to make next in order for me to get to the next level? Okay. So, but what did I do? I'm willing to understand and be aware of the level where I'm at. Okay. I don't overstep my boundaries. Okay, I asked that question that we asked before. Hey, teacher, what am I doing well? Okay, now what am I doing right? What am I doing well? All right, if this is good, guys, if this is good, I need y'all to put I in the comments. Say I in the comments if we are good, all right? So we're defining, our success right here. Purpose, real purpose. Your purpose is always attached to your giftedness. Write that down. You need to put that in the comments. Listen, your purpose is always attached to your giftedness, okay? Your purpose is always attached to your giftedness. Listen, when we improve, okay, it is always related to our ability. Understand? When we improve in life, when we improve in school, when we improve at home, when we improve at work, when we improve in our community, it's always related to our ability. Everybody got that? All right. I see you guys in the comments. Awesome. All right, great. So at this time, okay, I'm sitting here and I'm dancing with my son, and I'm doing all these great things, and people are being inspired. I'm all over the news. I'm on the Steve Harvey show. I'm on the ABC News, the NBC News, the Associated Press. I'm everywhere. Okay. And at the same time, I get, a phone call from my wife. My wife calls me up and she says, this is the day after we posted the video. She says, babe, did you look at your Instagram? I said, nah, I didn't look at my Instagram. What was going on? She was like, Sierra reposted your video and Russell Wilson. And I'm like, wait, man, stop playing with me. Like, what are you talking about? She said, no, check your Instagram because Sierra just reposted your video right now and it's on her feed. And then from there, Janet Jackson and Common and then D.L. Hughley and all these other celebrities start posting about it. And what's the point of that, right? What is the point of that? Is that leadership attracts. I'm going to say that again. Leadership, real leadership attracts the masses. Real leadership attracts the masses, okay? Listen, there's 8 billion people in the world. I always tell everyone this. You don't know where you're supposed to go in life. You don't know what you're supposed to do in life. I need you to look at this from this scale. There's 8 billion people that live in the world right now. Maybe 8.5. I don't know. It's always growing. Which group is yours? I'm going to say that again. Which group is yours? Which group are you supposed to speak to? Which group are you supposed to motivate? Which group are you supposed to lead, right? It could be a small group. It could be a big group. It could be a mid-sized group. But which group is yours? When you find your group, you focus on that group. You grow that group. You cultivate that group, right? That's your tribe, okay, leaders? That's your tribe. You guys can start this right now, even in school. Okay? It could just start with one person and another person. Be an example, okay? And then the masses will follow. Why? Because people always want to follow great leadership. I said people always want to follow great leadership because oftentimes in life we can get a little lost. And when we get lost, what do? We go to our GPS. When we get lost, what do? We go to Google. When we get lost, what do? We go to our parents. When we get lost, what do? We go to our boss or someone else that is higher up. We go to a mentor. Okay. Everyone always wants to follow something so that they know where they're going and they don't get lost in the sauce. All right. If this is good so far, I need y'all to put yes in the comments. If this is good, if you guys are following me, put yes in the comments. So check it out. I need you guys to write this down. I'm going to share my screen in just a bit. And I want you guys to write these 4 things down. Okay. Number 1. Okay. We already said, ask, what am I doing well? Okay. Here's another thing. Number 2, get specific. Okay. Get specific. I'm going to say that again. Get specific, okay? Get specific about what you want. What type of grades do you want, right? What type of grades do you want this year, okay? Teachers, what type of what's your goals and everything for your students this year, right? Where do you want to get the level of your students at this year, right? Administrators, where do you want to get your school at this year, right? You want to be number 1 in your district, yes, right? You want to be number 1 in your sports, yes. You want to be number 1 in academics, yes, right? You should always have a goal. Get specific about the goal this year in 2021, 2022. Because if we're not getting specific, then what are we talking about? Okay, what are we talking? I'm gonna keep it real. If we're not getting specific on our mission and on our goals and on our milestones, what are we talking about? Okay, all right. So number three, listen for what others praise. I want to read this to you guys really quick. I want to read this guy. Okay, listen. Many times we take our talents for granted, right? This came from my man John Maxwell. He said many times we take our talents for granted. We think because we can do something well, anyone can. Often that's not true. How can you tell you're overlooking a skill or talent? Listen to what others say. Your strengths will capture the attention of others and draw them to you. On the other hand, when you're working in areas of weakness, few people will show interest. If others are continually praising you in a particular area, start developing it. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? That means we gotta be aware. That means we gotta open our eyes. Okay, we gotta open our eyes. At this time, when we went viral, I saw something. People were praising something in me that I never seen before. And so much so, remember how I said that Sierra reposted the video? Remember how I said that Janet Jackson and all these other superstars were reposting the video? Well, guess what? A couple of weeks later, I'm at my dance studio before Christian is about to go into his second round of chemo. Guess who shows up at my dance studio? Yeah, you guessed it right. Sierra, the superstar Sierra, pops up at my dance studio. And she said, guess what, guys? You guys just won our level up challenge. And I'm like, I didn't even know there was a level up challenge going on at the time when I first posted the video. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. She comes over and she blessed our family with $5,000 to help us towards our medical bills. And it was such an amazing time. She got to meet Christian. She hung out with us for a couple of hours, right? Why? Because people are going to let you know, like, you're doing a good thing here. I love what you're doing. They're going to say those things. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Teachers, have you ever heard that before? Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Listen, I know that sometimes it can get frustrating. I know this year wasn't the best year and everything to be a teacher, especially online. I'm talking to the teachers for a second. I know it wasn't the best year, okay? But listen, let me tell you something. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? You're hearing it from a teacher right here. I may be a dance teacher, but I'm still a teacher at the same time. Listen, keep doing what you're doing, okay? No matter what. Don't stop. Why? Because you are planting a seed for the future. 10 years from now, you're going to look at your students and you're going to be like, wow, I helped that person grow. I helped her grow. I helped him grow. I helped them go to that next level. I helped them, right? So keep doing what you're doing. Students, listen, students, keep doing what you're doing. Okay, you're here for a reason. You know how many other kids that are not here right now that should be getting this type of message, that should be getting this type of motivation, right? That should be getting this knowledge. Keep doing what you're doing. Why? Because you are the leaders of the new school. That's right. You're the leaders of the new school. I'm gonna say that one more time. You guys are the leaders of the new school. Y'all need to put that in the comments. Leaders of the new school, okay? That's what you are, all right? I just affirmed it. I put a stamp on it. Busta Rhymes said it back in 1990, and I'm saying it right now in 2021. You guys are the leaders of the new school. Now, here it is, right? This is number 4. This is number 4, okay? Check out the competition. Leaders, check out the competition. I want you guys to write these questions down I'm about to give to you, okay? Check out the competition, okay? Check it out. To be better, to get a better picture of where you stand in a relationship of the competition, ask yourself the following questions, okay? And the reason why I'm saying competition could be, you know, where you're at in your leadership, where you're at, you know, in your academic career, where you're at, you know, as an educator, okay? Are others doing what I'm doing, right? Are they doing it well? That's number 2, okay? First one is, are others doing what I am doing? Ask yourself that question. Okay. Number 2, are others doing it well? Okay. Are others doing it well? All right. Number 3, are they doing it better than I am? Uh-oh. Are they doing it better than I am? Okay. Number 4, can I become better than they are? Can I become better than they are? Right. Number 5, if I do become better, what will be the result? Teachers, what will be the result? Student leaders, what will be the result? And the final one, if I don't become better, what will be the result? Uh-oh. If I don't become better, what will be the result if I don't become better? If I don't become better as an educator, if I don't become better as a speaker, if I don't become better as a coach, then millions and millions of people won't have their mind shifted from looking at life from a different perspective. They won't sit here and maximize to their fullest potential. If I don't get better at what I do, if I don't strengthen what I do, if I don't go to other conferences, if I don't go and learn from other people, right? I learn from people that are not dancers, right? I learn from people that are in different genres of leadership. Why? Because I want to learn more. I have to strengthen the gift. Why do you think when you go to the gym, there's all different types of different tools that you can use, right? See, if you're in the gym, maybe you're on the bench press, and the bench press is going to do what for you? It's going to do what for your body? It's going to help your chest out. It's going to get your pecs all strong and everything, right? It's going to help these muscles up top here. It's upper body strength, right? But what if I go to the leg press? Well, I'm going to go to the leg press and I'm going to get this leg press in because it's going to strengthen my thighs, strengthen my calves, strengthen my ankles, strengthen my body, right? Now I'm going to go to a back press or whatever it is, or I'm gonna ride a bike, or I'm going to treadmill. There's all these different types of tools. So leaders, don't be afraid to go outside the toolbox or go outside the box and go learn to add to your toolbox. Don't be afraid, okay? Go to different go to different conferences, right? Go to different conferences and learn so that you can be a better leader moving forward. If this is good, guys, if this is good, someone said, what was number 3? Number 3 is, are they doing it better than I am? Number 4, can I become better than they are? Number 5, if I do become better, what will be the result? And number 6, if I don't become better, what will be the result? Okay, what will be the result if I don't become better? Okay. All right, how are we doing so far? If we're doing good, guys, let me put yes in the comments if we are doing good. I'm going to share my screen just for a little bit with you all here. Okay, share my screen right here. All right, so let me share something with you all. Okay, the motto of my company is living beyond measure. Living beyond measure. Listen, guys, here's the deal. I heard a wise man say, how can the sky be the limit if there's footprints on the moon? I'm gonna say that again. How can the sky be the limit if there's footprints on the moon? So listen up, guys. Here it is. Check it out. Here is my son. This is baby Christian. This was us in the hospital. This is him at 14 months old, you know, a little trooper, you know, a little warrior going in. He doesn't even look phased. He's like, yo, cancer, bring it on. I'm gonna take you out. You know, we're gonna go in, we're gonna chop this thing down. Yeah. Awesome. And here it is. We're on the Pix 11 news. This is my daughter Aliana. This is this is last year, early 2020. Before the pandemic, I believe, or this could have been 2019, it's somewhere around there. I believe this is early 2020. And this is Caleb right here. And then you got JJ with this lovely smile and the wild hair. And then that's my wife, Josie. And then we have baby Christian right here. Yes, awesome. And guys, remember I told you guys that I met Sierra. Here is Sierra right here with baby Christian in her arms at my dance studio, Level Dance Complex. And also we had people like Holly Berry. Awesome time with them. You know, this is more news stuff. Me on the news, the infamous dance that I did to her Level Up challenge and everything. Millions of followers. I think right now it's at like a little over 2 million hits on Instagram and over 65 million on Facebook or something like that. This is us right here on the Steve Harvey show. Steve Harvey, you know, put us up on the big screen and everything right here. So this is us on the Steve Harvey show a little while back. And then also this is, you know, Kid and Play, the Today Show, Common, a bunch of different, you know, Janet Jackson, a bunch of different stuff. Just wanted to show you guys where we were at. You know, the Dancing Dad is here, you know, and I'm here to give you guys, you know, all the gems today. All right. So really quick, I'll play just a little bit of this. This is the famous video that went viral. Okay. Awesome. I'm sorry if you guys couldn't hear the sound and everything right there. So my apologies and everything on that. Give me 1 second here. Let me just get this back in order. All right. Yeah. So my apologies, guys. If you guys could not hear the sound there, my apologies, but you guys can go on YouTube and everything. You guys can go ahead and check it out. So listen, this is one of the quotes that I live by. Okay. Yesterday is gone, guys. All right. Leaders, listen, there's nothing that we can do about last year. I understand that it was kind of crazy going virtual, you know, the entire school year. But yesterday is gone. All right. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Today is all we got. You know, one of my favorite speakers, his name is Les Brown. He said there's 1,440 minutes in a day. That means we got 1,440 opportunities to be successful, okay? We got 1,440 opportunities to be successful. So let's be successful today. Let's focus on today. Tomorrow will worry about itself. That doesn't mean don't plan for tomorrow, but tomorrow will worry about itself. Let's impact today the best way we know how, all right? So check this out. When we set that atmosphere, we got to understand this. When the cup is full, when the culture is ready, when the climate is right, the power shift. Who is the cup? The cup is you guys. Leaders, the cup is you. What is the culture? Okay, what's the culture? Culture is your school. Wherever you're at, that's the culture. The culture is your school. The culture is teachers for the students that you're cultivating, right? The students, you know, where you're at, the culture that's inside your school, your peers, okay? What's the climate? The climate is what's over top, okay? What type of climate does your school have? What type of representation does it have? Okay, what does your school represent? What do you represent? Okay, if it's in a bad climate, if you want to change it, when the climate is right, the power will shift, okay? All right, this is another favorite quote of mine. Almost every man wastes part of his life in attempts to display qualities which he does not possess. Basically saying this, guys, don't do things that you're not that great at, okay? Don't do things that it's not your gift. If it's not your gift, it's not your cup of tea, listen, admire it. You know, listen, I love basketball. I love baseball. I love football, but I'm not playing in the MLB. I'm not playing in the NFL. I'm not doing none of that, okay? This is where my sweet spot is. This is my bread and butter right here. And I didn't even know that I was going to become a speaker at all. I had no clue that I was going to be a speaker or anything like that. Okay. I had no clue. I was full blown. I want to dance. I want to dance. I want to dance until I was in that hospital for 149 days and my son had got sick. That's right. 149 days. See, doctors said that my son was going to be battling cancer for over 300 days. But with true leadership, a positive attitude, understanding my gift, strengthening my gift, my son beat cancer in half the time expected, guys. My son beat cancer in half the time expected. Drop some twos and say the peace sign for cancer, because right now my son is cancer free. We're about to open this thing up for Q&A in just a little bit. He is cancer free. So check this out, guys. I said this earlier. Your purpose in life is always connected to your giftedness. Your purpose in life is always connected to your giftedness. I didn't know when I was a young kid that I was actually operating in my gift when I was taking my sister everywhere, even though I didn't want to. And sometimes leaders, we do things even though we don't want to do them. We have to do them, right? We have to do them because it's going to benefit someone else. Leaders have an unselfish mentality. Leaders are people that say, you know what? Nah, I gotta do this. It's necessary to do this. I need to do this. Why? Because it's not for me, it's for them. I don't dance and everything for me. I don't sit there and speak for me. I speak for everyone else because there's people out there that need this message. So my purpose in life is to help others understand their full potential, maximize that, and move on to the next level. Okay, that's why we're trying to shift 1 million lives by 2025. So here we go, guys. Check this out. I need y'all to understand this. Number one, real leaders understand this. Stop doing just what's expected, okay? Stop doing just what's expected, okay? And start doing more than what's expected. I said start doing more than what's expected. You understand? Stop doing just what's expected, guys. Start doing more than what's expected. I started dancing more because I had to. I wanted to lift my son's spirits up. I wanted to get him smiling. I knew that having a positive atmosphere around him would help him and it would shape him and would give him the type of motivation and everything that he needed to get to the next level, right? I just knew that. I affirmed that. I knew that. So I started doing more than what's expected. And when I started doing more than what's expected, more people started to flock to me. When you do more than what's expected in life, understand this, the rewards are going to come at an immense rate, but make sure that you are prepared for the success. Make sure that you are prepared for the success. Real leaders understand this concept. We understand on how to prepare for what it is that we're asking for. I said, we understand how to prepare for what it is we are asking for, okay? And now, after all of that, during that time, not only was my son, battling cancer, but we also lost 65% of our income at the time. My house was also up for sale for 18 months. I also lost my dance studio because I had to close it down because of childhood cancer expenses. Real leaders have to make some tough choices and some tough decisions. But through it all, we still endured. We understand how to endure. We took on the challenge and said, you know what? We're not going to allow this moment define us. We're going to allow our affliction to be our success. We're going to allow what we're afflicted with to be our success and our motivation to get to that next level. Now I'm a homeowner. Now my 65% has dwindled down, right? Now I have a great business partner and a great team around me. And real leaders know how to put a great team around them, right? And now I have a new company that's not only there to just dance in the community, but dance in the world of each other's lives and helping them change the mind and change the game, right? Because listen, everybody, when we change the mind, we change the game. I need you to put that in the comments. When we change the mind, we change the game, all right? When we change the mind, we change the game. I knew that going in, and I knew no matter how long it took, yeah, people were coming into this house. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I know that this house was ours. And now we own it and proud of it. And I've got a strong team behind me that believes in me, right? And you guys got a strong team behind you that believes in you, all right? Never be afraid, leaders. Never be afraid to lean on your team. I said, never be afraid to lean on your team. They're your support system. They're your support system. You tell them what you need. You tell them what type of support you need. And if they're really down for you, if they really want to ride, they're going to be there for you, and they're going to help you no matter what, without a question. A pin won't even drop before they sit there and say, you know what, I got you, right? And this is the last thing I'll say, and I'll open up for Q&A. Your leaders understand this. I'm going to the top. Matter of fact, I'm going beyond the top. I'm going beyond. I'm going to the next level in life. I'm going to the next level in life, no matter what that is, okay? Because guess what? If we really think about it, there is no top. There is no bottom. There's only levels, guys. There's only levels. And there'll be people in your life that say, hey, you remember where you came from. You remember where you came from, right? Right? And they'll try and pull you down. As you're elevating, as you're getting to the next level, they're going to try and pull you down. When you're up halfway up the mountain, going to where you got to go, you're going to sit there and say this, hey, listen, I know the way. I know the way. Listen, I'm going to drop down this rope here. Boom. Drop down this rope. Come this way. Follow me. I blazed the trail for us. Just follow the trail and come on. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to stay down there. They're not going to want to come up to your level. They're going to look at you and be like, yo, man, nah, he too good. She too good. Or they think they all that. When really you toss them a rope to come on up. What are you going to do? Are you going to go back down and get them? Or are you going to keep climbing? See, real leaders, they keep climbing. They're not going back down to that level, but they will show you how to get there, right? They will show you how to get to that next level no matter what. You understand? So you keep climbing, you keep going. If they don't take the rope that you gave them so that they can put their own work in, then guess what? We understand that we got to get to that next level, right? Then those are people that you may not want inside your organization. Maybe they need a different leader. And a real leader will say, listen, I can't get through to this person, but I care about them. Here you go. I think you'll be better off serving this person than me. That's what real leaders do. See, they won't sit there and just leave this person by the wayside. They'll appoint someone else that can get them to that next level and take them to where they need to go. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kenneth Allen Thomas. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. We're going to open it up. We're going to open it up for some Q&A. Listen, Gabby, are you there, Gabby?
Hi, everyone. Hello, Kenny. That was so incredible. Hello, CADA campers. I hope you all are having an amazing day one of CADA camp. So my name is Gabby Torres, and I serve as a Southern Regional Director on the CASL State Board. And, CASL is so stoked to be here. You'll find us in workshops and swap sessions and even like night activities like the dance. We're just going to be hyping it up, and we're just going to be having some incredible high energy. And so I'm so excited to be able to talk to Kenny about his incredible story. And before we start the Q&A, I just want to say, wow, can you totally inspire so many people to walk in their greatness? And you always tell people to maximize their fullest potential and be the leader other people would want to say yes and try to follow. And one of the amazing quotes that you were able to say was, how can the sky be the limit if their footprints are on the moon? I love that quote so much. And I think it's just so incredible because, as leaders, we're always trying to focus on the future, but we never focus on the now. We're always trying to plan meetings and always plan okay, what are we going to do for the next one? For the next one. So I was gonna ask you, is there any tips that you have for people to just live in the moment?
Yeah, number one, I call it the matrix mindset. Okay, the reason why I call it the Matrix mindset is because if you guys ever seen the movie The Matrix, understand how when, you know, Neo, everything was just slowed down for a second, right? Everything is always going so fast. We're always so jittery. The world is always moving, right? Think about everything that we have. Everything is so quick and snappy, right? You got Instagram, instant, right? TikTok, right? You know, Snapchat, snap. Everything is so quick. And that's why I said at the beginning, make sure we slow down, take a second, breathe, okay? Your self-care is very, very important. I encourage, you know, leaders to always make sure that they take care of themselves. It's important to start your day off a certain way. It's important for me. I get up in the morning, I pray, I meditate, I do what I do. I listen to, you know, some real cool calming music, and I read, you know, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning before I start my day. So when you get up in the morning, it's important to start your day with a really, really good routine so that you're not so jittery, so you're not so, you know, always trying to plan, and your mind is working like that. You gotta make sure that you have a priority for yourself, because your self-care is the best care.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I love how you were saying how, you know, having that incessant routine is so important to having a really growth related mindset. And I know so many people are probably stuck in this dark place, and you're saying how we're designed to walk on this earth and not to carry on our shoulders. And I love that, so powerful. And also just being able to consider how as leaders, we always feel like that's our responsibility when actually it isn't. And I know so many people are in this dark time right now. And one of your principles about like overcoming adversity and different things is to use your pain instead of pushing it away. And how do you like use resiliency to view pain as a catalyst to keep going in life?
Well, I've been, you know, using resiliency all my life. See, my parents, they, you know, they left when I was, you know, 10 years old. Not left me, but they left as in their jobs took them away out of state. I live in New Jersey. My mom and dad, my dad was in the Army. My mom worked in the AME church, and her job actually took her to St. Louis for 8 years of my life. So from age 10 to 18, you know, they were, I saw my parents maybe every 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. So learning resiliency, I learned it from a really, really young age. And I'm always, you know, thinking about, okay, well, how can I be better from this situation? How can I grow from this situation? It's so, so important that we self-evaluate, right? We need to do what we call a heart check. Okay, if you're really resilient, if you're really ready to endure, you're always going to check yourself. I could be bitter. I could be saying, "Oh, mom, you was never there," or "Dad, you was never there." But that wasn't my mindset. My mindset was, okay, mom and dad had to go for a reason. They wouldn't just leave me, you know, and me and my sister, you know, for no reason. And they left us with good leadership, and my grandfather as well too. So I know that they care, and I know that they're going out because they had to provide for the family. But learning that. You know, I learned that in life, you're going to have to be resilient, because guess what? Life is going to hit you, and it's going to hit you hard, and it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. The minute that you graduate high school is game time. So you got to be ready.
I love that. Yes, I definitely agree. Like we always have to be on our ready game, and we always have to just say yes and take that initiative to take that first step. I know there's so many questions in the chat, and I really love how so many people are so engaged in the conversation. I'm going to ask one of the questions that Maddie actually sent. And she said, was your son the main reason you started to become a leader, or has there been another experience that made you know you wanted to become a leader / speaker?
Yeah, I was actually thrown into leadership all my life. And it wasn't until, you know, when I had to do this with my son that I took it on full-fledged. I am naturally an introvert. I am naturally an introvert. I am very, very, you know, passive. You know, I'm not that guy. I'm like, people will see me in the street and be like, "Hey, you're the dancing dad." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Right? I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" So I learned this, but I always wanted a big victory. And I learned that if you want an extroverted victory, then you're going to have to put in an extroverted effort. Okay. If you want an extroverted victory, then you have to put in an extroverted effort. So when it came to my son, that's when I knew I was already a leader, because I led a dance studio and I led kids and stuff like that for years, but it really didn't kick in until my son, you know, was facing with this life-threatening, you know, disease. And sometimes, you know, it's unfortunate that you got to get a life-threatening, you know, kick in the butt to, you know, get yourself in gear to really understand what your gift truly is. And it's been there the entire time. So it's always great to kind of like analyze and see what your gift is very, very early.
Yeah, I definitely agree that you have to establish that motivation, that foundation in order to truly grow as a leader. And so I know we have like 1 more minute left, but I know there's so many incredible questions in the chat. Well, Kenny, thank you so much for hopping on, telling us about this incredible story. Your journey is literally so incredible. So is there any platforms that other people can like explore you and just follow you?
Yeah, listen, you guys can follow me on Kenny Clutch _ on Instagram, or you can also follow me, Kenny Clutch _ on TikTok as well too. So listen, guys, I see that there's so many questions in here. I will answer every last one of those questions. If you guys DM me, I will hit you back, and I will answer every single one. If you guys hit me up on Instagram, I will answer every single question. And you know, teachers, you guys can also email me, kenny@kennethallenthomas.com. And you can also go on my website. There's a lot of great nuggets there, kennethallenthomas.com as well too.
Yay, thank you so much, Kenny. Again, thank you so much for this incredible experience, this incredible journey. So thank you again so much. Thank you everyone for CADA Camp. You all are amazing. Go follow Kenny. Go ahead and have an amazing conference. You guys are incredible. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
All right, CADA campers, let's give Kenny a round of applause. It's virtual, can't hear you, but we're doing it.
Throw some love at Gabby too. They did a fantastic job. Throw some love for them in the chat so they can see it.
There you go. Awesome. We are moving into our next moment of CADA Camp, our first lesson on our big renovation platform that we're working on this year. And so I'm excited to welcome Miss Karen Lamb to share her wisdom with you.
All right, can you hear me? Everyone, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Well, welcome, CADA. I'm so excited and honestly quite humbled to be here to give you your first lesson of what we hope will start your leadership renovation this year. So I hope you're ready to follow along. I hope my guy Ron will get my presentation started. Real quickly, my name is Karen Lamb. I do mostly go by Lamb, especially in 2020, because that's what happened to my name. But I want to talk to you today about vision. And I want to make sure that what we do before we start building, before we start making our plans of leadership renovation, that we start with a vision in mind. And that's what any good leader does. And it has a lot to do with your mindset. It has a lot to do with your planning. And it has a lot to do with your ability to come together as a group for some sort of common goal. And so that's what we hope that you're going to get today for the start, which is a vision. If you don't already, make sure you have your little planning notebook. If you didn't get your notebook, get out a piece of paper so you can write some of these things down, and we can get started. So the first thing I want to talk about today is going to be something called the infinite versus the finite mindset. We use the terms a lot about growth mindset, and it's super important to always have that growth mindset, just like Kenneth was talking about. But what we really want to also focus on is how we're applying different mindsets to different things. So Ron, if you'll go to the next one, there's a really good quote out there by Jolie Barker, and he said, "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. But vision with action can change the world." And so we really believe if you establish a good vision and then you pair that with the action that you're going to get from the rest of your tools here at CADA, that together that's going to create the leadership renovation that your school, your community, and you as a leader need. But when we start talking about mindset, I really want you to think about this infinite versus finite mindset. It comes from an author named Simon Sinek. He's written tons of books. This will be my plug for him as one of my favorite leadership books, The Power of Why. But he also has a new one called The Infinite Game. And he talks a little bit about infinite versus finite mindset. And so really quickly, Ron's going to help me play a quick video so that you can understand the difference between infinite and finite mindset.
In game theory, there are two kinds of games. There are finite games and there are infinite games. And this is how you're going to change your perspective, right? A finite game is defined as known players, fixed rules, and an agreed upon objective. Baseball, for example. We know the rules, we all agree to the rules, and whoever has more runs at the end of 9 innings is the winner, and the game is over. No one ever says, if we can just play 2 more innings, I know we can come back. Doesn't work that way. The game is over, right? That's a finite game. Then you have an infinite game. Infinite games are defined as known and unknown players. The rules are changeable, and the objective is to keep the game in play, to perpetuate the game. When you pit a finite player versus a finite player, the system is stable. Baseball is stable, right? When you pit an infinite player versus an infinite player, the system is also stable, like the Cold War, for example, because there cannot be a winner and a loser. There are no winners and losers in an infinite game, right? It doesn't exist. And because there are no winners or losers, what ends up happening in the infinite contest is players drop out when they run out of the will or the resources to play. But there's no winners or losers. Problems arise when you pit a finite player versus an infinite player, because a finite player is playing to win, and an infinite player is playing to keep the game going, right? This is what happened to us in Vietnam. We were playing to win, and the Vietnamese were fighting for their lives. We were the ones who got stuck in quagmire. This is the Soviet Union and Afghanistan. They were trying to beat the Mujahideen, and the Mujahideen would fight for as long as is necessary. Quagmire. Now let's look at business. The game of business has pre-existed or has existed long before every single company that exists on this planet today. And it will outlast every single company that exists on this planet today. There's no winning the game of business. And the reason is because we haven't agreed to the rules. I get such a kick out of this. You realize how many companies actually don't know the game they're in, right? Listen to the language that the companies use. We're trying to beat our competition. We're trying to be number one. Did you know that we were ranked number one? Look at the listing. Based on what criteria? Revenues, profits, market share, square footage, number of employees, based on what time frame? A quarter, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years? I haven't agreed to those standards. How can you declare yourself the winner? How can you declare yourself number one where no one else in the game has agreed to the rules? It's arbitrary. There is no winning because there's no end. In other words, companies are playing finite games. Listen to their language. They're trying to beat their competition. What does that even mean? It's the leaders in the companies that understand the game that they're in and organize their resources and their decision-making around the infinite contest that outlast and frustrate their competition. All the companies that we refer to as the exceptions, Southwest Airlines, Apple Computers, Harley Davidson, they're the exception. No, they're playing the infinite contest. They frustrate their competition, is what happens.
And so this mindset is so important. You can advance the next slide, Ron. In understanding that there are times when both are appropriate. So the first one is a finite game. And so in the chat right now, I want you to try to think of as many things that are finite games. Remember, they have fixed rules. There's agreed upon objective that when things would be over. All players have agreed to them. They accept all those rules. They understand any penalties that will come up. So be thinking, put it in the chat right now if you can think of a finite game. Remember, finite means there's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end. It's agreed upon, it's understood. So if you have a finite game, go ahead and put that in the chat. I'll wait just 1 second, see if we can get a couple of people in there. And again, there's not finite doesn't necessarily mean bad, but no, any online video game, yes, absolutely. Soccer, all professional sports, absolutely. I love it. Soccer, sports, yes. Yes, Uno, I love that. Uno, there's a agreed upon. Hide and seek, oh my gosh, I'm loving all of them. Card games, it's all great. And so you're correct in this. If you'll click one more time, Ron, there are finite things and they mostly, are games. I recently played Fortnite with my nephews and a Fortnite battle, it's finite, okay? And we all know those rules, right? And then if we go to the next one, which is infinite games, this is where there are things that happen that are infinite games and we don't, there's no control over that. They're played by both known and unknown players. Think about it as school. When you have culture, you have students who are engaged. They know that they're a player, but don't you have students and staff who aren't? So they're not necessarily known players. Remember, there's no exact agreed upon thing. So think now, what are some infinite games? So if you have to think in your life, what are the things that are infinite? What are the things that there is a game happening, but there's no convention? There's no laws, the players change. The manner in which they choose to play changes. Think about students who are engaged one week and then something happens and their engagement changes the next. What are some infinite games now? Put those in the chat for me. All of your infinite games, I love it. Connect 4, cheer, racing, chess. These are all things that are perfectly finite, and that's great. But what are those infinite ones now? Let's see if we can get art. Oh, what a great infinite game. Art, it changes all the time. The players become different. I hear a lot of Minecraft. I don't know as much about Minecraft as I should. Disappointment my nephews are gonna have. Painting, good. Oh my gosh, I love that some of you are getting it. Ron, if you'll click that for me. A bunch of you are getting my favorite one, but business, like Simon said, is infinite. It never changes, only the players change. Friends or relationships. A lot of you said life. A lot of you talked about education, knowledge, school clubs, and a couple of you are putting life and you're like, question mark, yes, hobbies, things like this. These are things, time, these are infinite. And we have to deal with them as if they're infinite because we can't win it. And if you'll go to the next one, Ron. So I want you to think about games at your school right now. So what are the finite games at your school? And I'm gonna have Ron click through because you guys are getting it all in the chat and I love it. But dances, pep rallies, and athletic games, for the most part, are finite. Now, there's parts of pep rallies that I agree could be infinite. But if you have a dance, there's a cost, there's a beginning, there's middle, there's an end. There's typically an expectation of what you'll have there. You'll have music, a DJ, concessions, maybe some games, photo booths, things like that. And all of your athletic games are all finite. And that's fine to treat them as such. However, and Ron, if you'll click on for me twice more, then there's the infinite games: school spirit, community, service, culture, recognition. A couple of you put in there problem solving. These types of things are infinite games. You will never win school spirit. Even if you get some accolade, doesn't mean you won school spirit. It means it has to continue on. You don't just get that award and go, well, I'm not going to be involved in school the rest of the time because we already got the award. Because having a good culture, having a service learning mindset, recognition, those things go on forever. They're infinite. And it's important to understand to apply that mindset to whichever problem you are facing or game you're facing. You go to the next one, Ron. Thank you. So I want you to continue thinking about games at your school, and I want you to think of this. This is one of the best conversations I have, and it's something I really want you guys to think about. And Ron, you can click through and say, I want to know where does graduation fit? Can you win high school? We often treat high school, middle school, maybe elementary school to a degree that there's a winner, right? And if Ron, you'll click one more time, do grades matter to have a winner? Does athletics matter? Involvement? Does that mean you're most successful? And I'm gonna argue that it doesn't, because what one person defines as success can be very different than another. And being ranked number one or being number one in an activity doesn't necessarily mean that you've won. Because education, as many of you said in the chat, is infinite. So it's just one more step in your ultimate goal. And I love that you guys are agreeing. Graduation, you can't win high school, because some might say that having fun, being involved was more important than grades. Some might say the other, because we all have a different definition. And remember, in that infinite definition, everyone's coming at it from a different place. Nobody has the same set of guidelines. And you know this in your school. No two students have the same resources, have the same support, have the same opportunity. And so we have to remember that infinite is on a I love that someone just said it. Infinite's on a case-by-case basis, okay? It's a game where everyone has to be part of it, but everyone has their own definition. One more run for me. And I want you to remember that leadership in ASB is helping to create a legacy, okay? You want something that will continue at your school, in your community, and with the people there forever, and that's infinite. That's an infinite game. And these are important mindsets to have. Thanks, Ron. So you have three factors to choose when you consider how you want to leave, okay? We don't get to choose whether a particular game is finite or infinite. You don't get to walk into a football game and say, now I want there to be no score. Now I want there to be this, because that's not what has been agreed upon. So you can't choose that part. So perseverating or overthinking that part is a waste of your time. And I really like that Kenneth talked about this. We do get to choose whether or not we want to join the game. And I think that you guys have chosen by being here at CADA or your advisor signing up to be part of that game. But remembering also that there are people that are involved in your game, but they probably didn't sign up. Remember, all your students are people to consider. So should we choose to join a game, which you have, we can define whether we want to play with a finite or infinite mindset. And I'm going to challenge you today to be thinking infinitely, to not be thinking of with a certain specific goal, but rather than a long-term effect that you want to have. Next one, Ron. Thank you. So the appropriate mindset is not only critical, but it's something you have control over, which means if it's something you have control over, it's something that deserves your focus. So Ron will keep going. So with this in mind today, I want you to start thinking again, and we're going to go back to my guy Simon Sinek here, which is if you have to have an infinite mindset, there has to be a value in pursuing this. There has to be a why. And I'm challenging you today to find your why. And then I want to give you some resources where you can go back to your school, back to your ASB, back to your leadership, back to whatever group you're working with, and then together create a vision based on your whys, where everyone's values are upheld, but it's a collective decision so that everyone can continue to work with that infinite mindset. And one of the things Simon Sinek says in this next video that I want to show you is people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And so this is where our why becomes so important. So in this next video, I want you to listen with why it's important to start with our why rather than our product. Thanks, Ron.
I call it the golden circle. Why, how, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do, 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done, that's how most sales is done, and that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do, we say how we're different or how we better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat screen TVs. They've been making flat screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one. And Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs. And they make great quality products, and they can make perfectly well-designed products, and nobody bought one. In fact, talking about it now, we can't even imagine buying an MP3 player from Dell. Why would you buy an MP3 player from a computer company? But we do it every day. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we communicate from the outside in, yes, people can understand vast amounts of complicated information like features and benefits and facts and figures. It just doesn't drive behavior. When we communicate from the inside out, we're talking directly to the part of the brain that controls behavior, and then we allow people to rationalize it with the tangible things we say and do. This is where gut decisions come from. You know, sometimes you can give somebody all the facts and your figures, and they say, I know what all the facts and details say, but it just doesn't feel right. Why would we use that verb? It doesn't feel right. Because the part of the brain that controls decision-making doesn't control language. And the best we can muster up is, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Or sometimes you say you're leading with your heart or you're leading with your soul. Well, I hate to break it to you, those aren't other body parts controlling your behavior. It's all happening here in your limbic brain, the part of the brain that controls decision-making and not language. But if you don't know why you do what you do, and people respond to why you do what you do, then how will you ever get people to vote for you or buy something from you, or more importantly, be loyal?
And this is what is so important, is to unify your why.
I call it the golden circle.
Why you do something, because that's what's going to scream. A lot of what he said at the end was sometimes we go leading with our heart. I mean, I feel like that's all I've ever learned from CADA, is to go with my heart, go with my gut, which is in fact your why. If you want to go to the next one, Ron. One of the greatest examples of this is Dr. Martin Luther King, and he said it best, and this is before there was any theory or anything like that. When he went and gave his speech in Washington, D.C. to hundreds of thousands of people, he didn't sit up there and say, here's my plan to do this. Here's a 10-step way I'm going to do this. He told you, I have a dream. And he gave you every remarkable part of his dream. And then he hoped that would lead into a motivation of what he wanted from people. And so you want to think of this less of telling people to do something, but giving them and showing them your why and leading them with you. And that's what true leadership comes. You go to the next slide, Ron. I'm going to run out of time. There's a lot of questions to consider. I have a ton on here, and I'm going to have a document for you with all of these questions, but you can start to ask yourself these questions. Why do you do what you do? Why is it important? Name a few times when you're the most happiness. What do you crave to spend your time doing? You go to the next one, Ron. You can even talk about what are things that excite you? What are things that anger you? Because even going to that other side of your thought process means that you're identifying your values. You can even think about when you were a little kid, what was fun for you? Was it video games? Was it, board games? Was it being outside? These are things that kind of make up our being. And what do you do best? What are your strengths? What do you value? Next slide, Ron. So quickly, and I'm gonna probably cut it at 1 minute, but I want you to think of at least one of these questions. If you can get to 2 or 3, that would be great. But why are you involved in school, or why is it important to you? Think of a time when you were happy at school. What are your interests? What do you crave to spend time doing? What cause or issue touches your heart? What excites you in the world? What are your values, and what do you do best? So take 1 minute and try to jot down as many real quick. I have a 2-minute timer, so we'll just let it go for 1 minute in the interest of time. So do that right now. And if you're willing, put one of the answers to what you do best into the chat. Again, answer as many as you can, but if you're willing to share something that you do best, put it in the chat. Just a few seconds left. And I'd love to see someone put in the chat, they do best. Awesome, Ron. We'll cut it right there. So considering these things, once you can sing well. I love that. I wish I could sing well. Write well. I crave helping people. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'll wait for those to come in. So if you'll go to the next one, Ron. Once you have these values, once you have the things that you have, you can put this in a formula. And then when you know your why, you are able to inspire others to buy your product, join your cause, inspire yourself to get out of bed. Oh my gosh, I love all these things. You do your ultimate best. You're your authentic self. I'm sincere. I love solving difficult problems. Gosh, you guys are amazing. I know this about you. This is what I get from CADA, is getting to be around these amazing people. So when you use this formula, my why is this, so that will bring up what you value. So you can look over those questions. What are the things that pop out of you? I'm going to show you a couple more resources in a second. I love all of this right now. Ron, if you'll go to the next screen, I'm going to share with you my whys. And I actually am putting 2 up there because I have a life as a teacher. And if you're a teacher out there, you know that it embodies everything we are. But I'm also a person. And so my first why is kind of my personal why. My why is to love and support my family and friends without fear, so that they never forget their worth. I want everyone I love to know that they have value, know that they have worth. Events in my life have led up to that being very important. At school, my why is to inspire and guide young leaders. And I think all my students, from leadership to English class, they are important. And they are leaders so that they can positively impact the world, because I really think that you are the future. And you're what's going to make this world a better place. So those are my whys. And so you can work towards that with the tools I've given you today. Ron, if you'll go to the next one. And I'm going to go quick. Once you have your why, now what I really want you to do is start thinking about how you're going to go back to your school. And I'm going to give you some tools right now that you can work with the other students from your school that are here. You can take them back and work with your student government or your leadership group or your advisors or whomever it is, so that you can begin to create a vision for your group. And we also think it's really important that you don't just create your vision here at CADA and go back to school and give it to them, because that doesn't mean that they have the buy-in. They don't have the input into it. And again, if you want people to love it, they have to own it. So Ron, if you'll go to the next slide real quick, and I'm actually gonna skip over this part real quick, just in the interest of time, I knew it, but you can get this slideshow. It's gonna be in our CADA resources, and Ron is also can put the link to it up in the chat right now. But as you go back to starting to find your why at your school, here's a few things that we've made for you here at CADA so that you can go back and be your best self and really help people. So Ron, the first one is our vision slideshow, I believe. We have made a slide deck for you on Google that is going to be a starter. Now you can manipulate and change it however you want, but it leads you through how you could possibly take your group through identifying and creating their own vision and why. So as a group, when you have that why together, you can use it as you approach every activity. It starts with a quick video, but then there's a ton of questions and it can lead you through. And again, you can add what you want, delete what you want, whatever works best for you. The next document that I want Ron to pull up here real quickly is the Finding Your Why questions. In this slideshow, all of these are linked there, but this is that list of questions that you could give people. Imagine if you sent this home over summer and you had them come back to your first retreat or to your first full day, and you were able to have them look through these. And again, you could adjust these questions, you could find them why, but there's all kinds of questions here. I love the question number 6, what if she can get you on a soapbox? Because that will really drive what your values are. Because think about what's the one thing when you stand on, you are going to talk about it and you're going to list the documentaries and the books and everything else. So these are great questions. The next 2 documents, one of them is a finding your personal values inventory. There are 36 traits, everything from achievement to discipline to family to spirit to, whatever it is that fits in that. You can go and read through these and you can rank them with an H, M, or L. So it's a high value to you, a medium value to you, or a low value to you. Once you have that, you can go through your high, find your top 5. This will help you come through with your values. family for me was number one. And so that's why it becomes my core value or one of my whys in how I live my life. But if you want to then take this and everyone gets their why, but then you move into a group why, we've created a group values search. So thanks, Ron. And now what you can do for this is we've given you 6 values, but like equality, community, honor, integrity, service, spirit. But there might be something that your school needs more. There might be something that you want to focus on and that is prevalent in your community. Well, then add it. You can create this list for your group. And then imagine if your whole group gets to choose their ranking and you come up with a top 3 together. And then through that, you make your own value system as a group. And then you make a vision statement and it's something that you can hold dear. If you'll go back to that resources for me, Ron. Also on here is the excerpt from the Infinite Game. If any of that really sparked an interest in you today, understanding what infinite versus finite mindset and how to go at it was really powerful for you, then I would love, there's an excerpt there from the book or you buy it. I also, that entire Start With Why, How Great Leaders Inspire, it's actually about a 20-minute TED Talk. And so if you wanted to check out either one of those, they're linked there as well. So check out any of those either time. And just really take this should be in here. I do want to take you back. Melissa says I have 4 more minutes. So Ron, if you'll take us back to the mission statements, just because I want to point out a few. One more. Awesome. Try really quickly if you can, maybe just figure out which one is Nike, which one is Patagonia for me real quick. Which one's Nike, which one's Patagonia, if you can try. All right, I always love this because Ron, if you'll go to the next one, I just want to point out Nike and Patagonia because I think they're 2 very prevalent businesses. But if you look at Patagonia, they want to build the best product, which is probably true of most, apparel companies. But notice their other part. They cause no unnecessary harm and they use business to inspire solutions for environmental crisis. They're more than just that product now, because if it's part of their vision, it means that the environment and unnecessary harm are part of what they want to make sure that they are achieving. And so it's really important there. I love Nike because it says bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Well, we know that, right? Some of the best athletes wear Nike or advertise for Nike. But I like their caveat. They have an asterisk that says, if you have a body, you're an athlete. And so they label is that Nike's for everyone. And they're going to make all of us be inspired and innovated, not just the people who are on the Olympics, the people who are just trying at home on their Peloton. And so I love this part of it. You can look through a couple of these. Envision App is a development company. And they just start listing things that are important to them. They want to question assumptions. They want to think deeply. They want to iterate as a lifestyle. Details, they put it twice. So you can do any type of motto or vision that you see fit as a group, because when you guys own it, you can apply it. I'm gonna have Ron go to the very last slide for me really quick. And that's this. When you go back now, I want you to try tonight, what's your why? If you haven't thought of it yet, take a second, try to get your why. Are you brave enough to share it with others? You don't have to tweet it out, but could you share it with one person important to you? I know as an advisor, I would love to see that you share it with others, okay? Or that my students shared it with me. Then what's your vision? How will you help your group create a vision? What do you want and need? Remembering that wanting and needing are 2 very different things. And so what does your school need? Versus what you would want for them. And finally, what do you know or need to know? And I really appreciate you being here and going on this journey with me to discover your why. I think it's so important. I agree with some of you, Nike is expensive, but, and then I really hope that you go and you find your why and that it helps you create a vision for your group and you go forward and you do great things at your school. So this is step 1, having a vision. So yeah.
Yes, Karen, so good. You guys throw some love for Karen in the chat. That was magic.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, we got a few a few things for you before we send you out to the workshops today. So Speed's going to share his screen in a second and show you how to get to those workshops just to make sure we know how to do that. But also, talent show, you have until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you, for some reason, didn't submit a talent show submission and you really want to be a part of our camp talent show, we would love for you to join us. So they've extended that deadline until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So if you want, go ahead and Ron's going to drop the link in the chat and you can scoop that up. It's also available in the app.
Melissa, I feel like Addison is going to share an announcement with us, I think. Addison and possibly Shreya, maybe?
Yeah, I'm actually here for the talent show.
For you to join us,
I'm
so
also
they've
gonna share an
extended that.
Addison, just got to mute your YouTube and you're with us on Zoom now.
And then once your YouTube is muted, you can go ahead and share.
It's gonna be like repeating what you said, so I think it's.
Go for it though. That's okay. I didn't know you were coming. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Okay. Hi everyone. I am Addie, and I'm in the Talent Show Council this year, and I have a super exciting announcement for everyone. The Talent Show Council has actually extended our application deadline until tomorrow at 8 a.m. So if you have any sort of talent, whether it's dancing, singing, juggling, baking, any talent that you have, we want to see it. So I will be dropping the link for that application in the chat for everyone. So if you press on that, you can submit those videos and we'll get them in for you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, now it's my turn. Hi, everyone. My name is Shreya Hariharan. I am part of Council 16, and we have a special announcement for you. We have created a new Flipgrid called Sit Down with Council 16, and it has gone live this moment. And now you have the opportunity to participate. A couple of instructions. So for premium members, share a video on Flipgrid about you and what your council is doing through fun interview style questions. And for standard members, share a video about what you are excited for and what you would like to see from the councils. The links are being sent out in the chat, so please make sure to take a few minutes to create a quick post by the end of the day. Thanks so much and have a great camp experience.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, you guys. So I'm just going to show you in the app how you can access your workshops. Before I jump into that, I want to show you where you can find that talent show link. So if you go into your app, you're on your home screen. If you hit event resources and then go to camp links, that's where you guys can find the camp journal, a digital PDF of it. You can find that talent show application. You can also find the lesson from today, toolbox number 1, as well as Zoom background if you're feeling a little festive and you want something like what me or Melissa have in the background. So that's where you can find that. After this, you guys are going to be heading to workshops. So if you go to your schedule under plan your event, you go down to workshop. If you hit it, it'll take you to a list of all the workshops being offered in our next session. If you go into one of these workshops, like Bringing Spirit Back to Campus, there you can find a description as well as the link to the Zoom and who the presenter is for that workshop. So that's how you will get to those workshops after we release you guys to head there.
And then just some stuff for tomorrow. So tomorrow, our dress up day, which is just like every other thing we do. We want to keep this as close to our campus as possible. So we're doing dress up days all week. Tomorrow is wear anything but a hat day. So I am on the hunt for a cone. I don't know what Speed has on his head.
It's a little cup moment.
We can put our I don't think I could do it. It doesn't matter anyway. So anything but a hat is what you're wearing on your head tomorrow. Show us what you can do. Come up with something crazy. Maybe I'll have my kids make me something to put on my head. And then morning kids, our premium kids, we'll see you guys at 8:45 tomorrow morning. And then our standard level kids, we will see you at 2:45 tomorrow afternoon. We've got big stuff going on tomorrow. We're moving from Karen's vision, and the next lesson is that planning blueprint that you're going to use to kind of build up and recreate some new and cool things on your campus. We've got a keynote with Katie Garner and swaps, which I know you all have ideas to share because I've seen it in the chat already.
Hey, real quick, Speed. This is Ron from behind the curtain here. Hey, could you do a screen share one more time? Because I want to show something on the Flipgrid really quickly, because we've now added a second Flipgrid prompt, and I just want to show how you can access either one of them, because I know that some students are like, wait, I haven't even responded to the introduce yourself Flipgrid yet. So if you could open up a new tab really quickly, and then you're going to visit Flipgrid. Oh, check out those sweet socks. Flipgrid.com/catacamp. Perfect. All right. So this is that council. I think it was Council 16. And then you're going to you'll log in with any Google or Microsoft account. This could be your school district account. This could be a Hotmail account, anything. If you have not yet, we can see all of Speed's email addresses there. Thanks, Speed. And so you'll notice right there's Council 16, the sit down with Council 16. And so you can record your responses. However, you might be like, wait a minute, I want to be in the intro video, the bumper video. So what you do is you click on where it says view 3 topics. And for some reason it says 3, there are only 2. Introduce yourself. There's the drop down menu, and you can click on that. And then that will take you so that you can not only record your response, but you can see the 97 other students who have already introduced themselves, and you can meet more of the CADA leadership campers here at CADA Leadership Camp. Speed, thank you so much for helping us with that demo.
Of course.
That's all I have.
All right, Speed, turn it over to you.
All right, you guys. So as we wrap up this first fantastic day of camp, I just want you guys to keep in mind this idea of vision, right? Karen shared with us knowing your why and using that to kind of build out what you want to do for your next school year. We're all in this really unique position where we get to rebuild pretty much everything on campus. So you guys can get rid of those traditions that you don't care for and come up with new things and just kind of build something completely new as we transition from virtual, hopefully back to campus this fall. So as you guys go into your next set of workshops and as you kind of marinate on everything that you learned today, keep in mind, what do you want your vision to be for your campus next school year? And how do you want to impact your student body for the greater good?
All right, so you guys are heading to your workshops. You got like a 10-minute break if you need to run to the bathroom, get yourself some water, whatever it might be. Your workshops start right at 4:55. Okay, your workshops start right at 4:55, so don't be late. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. And if you have trouble with any of it, again, the help desk will be open to help you out. So head to the help desk if you're struggling. Should be able to just click on a link to get there.
All right, if you're still here, and this is the time when you're gonna go, and we're about to end the YouTube stream. Speed, you're a beautiful person. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ron. Coming from you, that means so much. I cried myself to sleep tonight. Happy to.